Have you ever wondered why you forget names so easily? First day at your new job. You walk in, shake hands, smile. Person 1, person 2, person 3. 20 seconds later, you need to call out their name and your mind goes blank. You remember the handshake. You remember the jacket. You even remember the laughter when the atmosphere became awkward. But the name, it's gone. And what actually bothers you isn't forgetting the name. It's the feeling right after. That quiet, creeping thought. I just looked like someone who doesn't care, even unprofessional, impolite. In fact, there are millions of people just like you. In environments like work or networking, forgetting someone's name like that means you never know what you've just lost. It could be an opportunity that slipped away in the space of 3 seconds, or a window of trust that closes quietly before you realized it was open, or even a first impression you'll never get back. A very small pause, but enough to make you feel embarrassed, confused, shy, and even anxious and self-reproachful. You think you're thoughtless, but actually you just forgot a label that hadn't yet taken meaning. According to the American Psychological Association, science calls this an encoding failure. Your brain didn't store the name in the first place. If you don't understand this, you will keep blaming yourself every time you have a group meeting, networking event, or meet a new client. Memory studies show that when the brain doesn't immediately attach meaning, it doesn't retain that information. This isn't because you're thoughtless or have a poor memory. This is how your brain is trying to protect you. This video is about understanding what's actually going on, so you can stop the self-blame and fix what's actually broken. Let me describe something you've probably done more than once. You remember that your female coworker has a rescue dog named Biscuit, but you've forgotten her name. Or you remember the car, the voice, the story from 10 years ago, but you can't remember the name. Or this. You've worked with a colleague for 4 months, and you still say, "Hey," instead of calling him directly, because you're not 100% sure anymore, and getting it wrong feels worse than saying nothing. And quietly, a question starts forming in the back of your mind. Am I just bad with people? Most people stop there. They accept the label, bad with names, bad at social situations, not really a people person, and they carry it into every new room, which means they walk into every new room already a little anxious, already a little behind. But in fact, you don't actually fear forgetting names. What you fear is being seen as someone who can't be trusted, someone who doesn't take people seriously, someone who isn't worth knowing. That's the real pain underneath this, not the forgotten name, the story you tell yourself about what it means. And that story didn't come from nowhere. It came from somewhere very specific. I'll explain exactly where. And here's where it starts. From daily input, you grew up with messages like, remembering someone's name is a sign of respect. People who are good communicators remember names very quickly. Forgetting names means impolite. You heard it. You saw it. You watched people who were good at networking call everyone by name and light up the room. You watched the opposite happen too, the moment someone forgot a name and the tiny, visible flinch on the other person's face. So a belief formed. Forgetting names is synonymous with impoliteness and rudeness. This leads to anxiety and panic every time you enter a new conversation. However, the moment you meet a new person, your brain isn't in memory mode. It's in survival mode. According to research by the APA, when the brain is under cognitive load during social interactions, its ability to retain new information decreases significantly. At that time, working memory can only hold 4 to 7 pieces of information at a time. For example, handshakes, eye contact, thinking of the next sentence, self-monitoring. And names, random sequences of syllables with zero context, zero connection to anything your brain already knows, are often the first to be eliminated. Even when you are anxious, the brain releases cortisol, which temporarily locks the ability to remember. Therefore, forgetting names isn't necessarily a sign of poor memory. Often, it's just an initial encoding error. Just remember that the problem isn't your memory. It's your brain trying to protect you from the fear of being judged as impolite or unprofessional in that moment of interaction. And that fear is the reason you forget. There's a famous example in psychology research called the baker-baker paradox. If I tell you someone's job is a baker, you'll likely remember it tomorrow. If I tell you someone's name is Baker, you'll probably forget it within the hour. Same word, completely different retention. Why? Because one of them has meaning. The job gives your brain something to hook onto, a visual, a category, an association. The name is just a label. It floats in isolation. Scientifically, when given the freedom to prioritize, the brain will almost always preserve meaning, threat, or social survival over labels. This is the core of what's happening. You don't forget names, you forget empty labels. However, it's important to note that not remembering names doesn't mean it's unimportant. In leadership, in sales, in client relationships, in trust building, calling someone by their name is one of the fastest ways to signal, "I see you. You're not interchangeable to me." So the goal isn't to decide names don't matter. Instead, you need to realize that names aren't the sole measure of who you are. If you want to change your results, don't start by blaming yourself for a few times you accidentally forgot someone's name. And if you want to remember names better, then feelings of embarrassment or anxiety are what's destroying you the fastest. So, how do we fix this? At Radix Psychology, we target the root cause, not just the symptoms. By solving the psychology of forgetting, you stop the self-blame and start building trust. Mastering a name isn't just about memory. It's about opening doors to leadership and new professional opportunities. Here is your two-step career strategy to turn empty labels into meaningful hooks instantly. Method 1. The ground anchor. The 10-second reset. This memory hack bypasses social anxiety by giving every new name a permanent home in your brain. Step 1. Ground. 30 seconds before you meet someone, focus on your feet hitting the floor. This neuroscience trick pulls energy away from your anxious internal monologue and kills the cortisol that locks your memory. Step 2. Anchor. When they say their name, repeat it back instantly. "Great to meet you, Lily." Then, immediately ask for one small detail, like their hometown or a hobby. This turns a label into a story, solving the baker-baker paradox on the spot. By adding context, you're giving your brain a reason to prioritize that information. Method 2. The 3-minute micro-mindfulness routine. To improve memory fast, you must train your hardware every morning so it doesn't fail under pressure. Minute 1. Breathe. Use the 4 to 8 method. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8. This signals absolute safety to your nervous system. Minute 2. Observe. Study a simple object, like your coffee mug, in high definition. Notice the texture, the light, and the imperfections. This is brain training for memory. It teaches your mind how to encode details correctly while you're calm. Minute 3. Visualize. Picture yourself in a social setting, hearing a name and feeling completely composed. Just stay consistent with these few minutes of practice every day, and the results will surprise you. Because in the end, it's not about your memory capacity at all. In short, you didn't forget the name. You're just facing the fear of being judged as impolite by those around you. Instead of blaming yourself, immediately apply the methods above to improve your impression at the next gathering. When you're no longer busy observing yourself, your brain has space to register others. Then, your memory starts working properly, making a name unforgettable. But that's the part most people get completely wrong. And you, after today's video, how will you be? I'm really looking forward to seeing a better version of you in the next video. If possible, please apply these methods and share your results in the comments below to set an example for others.